Hey everybody, it's me TIYONA, RealTruthHurts. I'm about to make this video so I can give y'all the update on how my hair grew with the Wild Growth hair oil. Some of y'all know I've been on a 70-day journey, 35 days without Wild Growth, then I cut it all off, and then these 35 days with Wild Growth. So here go the results for that right now. This is the length that I was able to grow with the Wild Growth over the 35 days. And I'm about to cut this so that we can compare it, or so that I can compare it to the growth that I had from last time, to see if Wild Growth actually worked. And it really appears that it did. If you watch the other video from before, you will see that my hair was not sticking out this far. Like my fro, my little baby fro was not this big. It was really kind of really low. And these right here on the side, this is something new that didn't happen last time. On the side with these, this time these hairs are really long and they were starting to curl up again. It was not like that before. So I can already tell just by looking at this, you know, that this is already longer than the other hair was when I first cut it. Like, this is already longer, period. I can tell. I just look at it and tell. But anyway, I'm gonna cut it. I got these clippers just in case y'all wanted to know, because last time I was asked. These other clippers. So that's what I'll be using. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna get to this cut and we'll see what happens after that. Alright, y'all, appreciate y'all following me. And don't forget that if you're looking to get the Wild Growth for yourself, you should be able to find it at Sally's, which is kind of hard to do. But if you want to, you can find it there. This is what it looks like. If not, I put a link in the description box with this video, and you can get it online like I do, and it's a lot easier, you know, than running around town looking for it. So you only need one bottle if your hair is my length or less than, I would say, 3 or 4 inches long. If it's longer than that, you might want 2 bottles, because if you, the way I used it was 3 times a week for the last 35 days. So that's what you want to do, so you'll have enough for your hair. Alright, y'all, so let's get to the cut. I'll see y'all in a minute. Alright, well everybody, I have cut my hair and I am going to wash my butt, and then I will do the measurement so everybody can see what actually happens with the Wild Growth. But I will say, the 2 strands of hair together, you may or may not be able to see a huge difference in the growth, but any difference in the growth to me is going to be worth any of it. So there it is. I'm going to go rub-a-dub-dub, and I'll see y'all later. And be sure to check me out, RealTruthHurts.com, FitFatty.com. Just find me. Alright, y'all, I'll see y'all later. Bald and all. TIYONA, Real Truth Hurts. Peace, baby. Fit Fatties and Fat Family, it's me, TIYONA, Real Truth Hurts, and I'm making this video because I want to give y'all my update for the Wild Growth hair oil. Let me first say, I did make a real special video, and it did not upload, would not format. So this is what's going to happen right here. Let me give you this quick little review. Alright, so let me tell you real quick what happened, what's going on. I've been on this Wild Growth journey, I guess you could say, for 70 days. The first 35 days was just me growing my hair with nothing, just straight growth. Next 35 days was me using the hair growth oil. Now, I use it 3 times a week, as recommended, how it has on here. And I even made a video before on how I applied it, so you can watch that later. But I applied this 3 times a week. And I'm going to tell you what happens how it made my hair feel. As it was growing out, I noticed that when I wasn't using the wild growth, my hair was just growing. It was like, its regular texture. When it started to grow using the wild growth hair oil, my hair felt like the texture had became a little thicker. Like it was thicker than it usually was, more coarse. So when I rubbed it, it felt a little bit more rough than it does naturally. But it wasn't like paper rough, or it was just a little bit. It wasn't as soft as it usually is without the hair growth oil. But from what I read before, it does make your hair thicker. So the thicker, stronger, longer hair concept. That's what it's doing. So I definitely feel like it worked for me. I have a picture of only 2 strands of hair to show you how it worked for me. Now let me tell you a little bit about what I caught myself doing so that I can really see if I cut all my hair off for the first 35 days. I cut it off and then I let it grow. The second, I cut it all off and I let it grow again. That way I could actually tell how long my hair grew, okay? So the first strand is the strand that is from the first 35 days with no assistance, no deep conditioning, no anything. The second strand of hair is the 35 days that I used with the wild growth only. I didn't do any deep conditioning. I didn't do any super. All I used was the wild growth hair oil. Okay, so this is with no other assistance. This is not moisturizing. This is not anything. This is just wild growth. So there it is. Now I want to ask a couple questions real quick that somebody was asking me. One, yes, it does have that smell, so you will probably need to put it on at night, like I mentioned in the other video. So it's either you use it at night and deal with the smell, or you don't use it. It's not super stanky like y'all think. It ain't funky. You know what I mean? It's just not something you're not gonna feel sexy, okay, after you put in the wild growth. I'm just telling you that. So that's that on that. As far as I know, a lot of white girls want to know, can you use the wild growth hair oil or on white hair, whatever that means. Let me tell you something. My hair is kind of fine and curly. It's a little yes, it's a little fine and curly, and it's not as thick as other hair, and it seemed to work fine on my fine hair, and I'm sure it works fine on thicker hair. So I think it doesn't matter what color you are. I think it just matters on how you apply it. If you want to try it, try it. If it works for you, good. But the thing is this doesn't say only recommended for black hair. It doesn't say that. So there it is. So white girls, Chinese girls, blue girls, y'all can use these, whatever y'all want to do. It doesn't matter. Get it in, get it on, get it on. So there it is, y'all. Alright. I hope that helps. And here are my strands of her. And y'all can catch me at RealTruthHurts.com. And of course, remember, if you want to get this, you can get this at Sally's, so you can go to the link in the description box, which I have provided for y'all, so y'all don't have to look all over the world. Alright, y'all. Peace out. So, for those of you who want to know what I'm going to do for the next 35 days, and beyond, I'm going to use wild growth again, but this time instead of just and solely and only wild growth, I'm going to use wild growth plus my regular hair conditioning, my hair oils, and everything like that. I didn't do any of that this time. All I did was wild growth. That's it. So now I'm going to do my deep conditioning. I'm going to do my moisturizing that I like to do when I had hair and all that stuff to make it grow. Now I'm going to do the things that I normally do plus wild growth. So we'll see what the growth looks like then. I am not going to cut it. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I may or may not cut it at the end of those 35 days. It just depends, actually. I like being bald, so it depends on what happens. But we'll go from there. But definitely check me out. I'm going to do another 35 days of this, but it's going to be wild growth plus my normal hair regimen that I used to know. So there it is, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Y'all take care. TIYONA, Real Truth Hurts, and I'm a bald headed fit fatty. All right, y'all. Happy growing. Bye, 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 bye.